Before I tell you anything else about Grand Blanc, Michigan, I need to address the first thing you're going to hear when you tell someone you're thinking about moving here. And that thing is Grand Blanc. Isn't that near Flint? And they're going to say it in a tone that suggests you've just told them you're considering moving next to a hazardous waste site. I've heard it 100 times. And today I'm going to give you the honest, factual answer to that concern. And then I'm going to show you what Grand Blanc actually is. Because this community has been living under a borrowed reputation for years, and the buyers who have done their homework are sitting on some of the best real estate value in Michigan. I'm Mahmoud Gassama with Vertical View Real Estate. I live in Grand Blanc. Not I work here, I live here, my family is here. I drive these streets every single morning. And today I'm giving you the full picture, the real neighborhoods, the real schools, the real market, and the real lifestyle. So you can make an informed decision about whether this community belongs in your future. Let's tackle the perception versus reality conversation head on. Grand Blanc is in Genesee County, that is a fact. And Flint is also in Genesee County, that is also a fact. What is not a fact is the assumption that those two places are the same. They don't share infrastructure, water systems, or school districts. Grand Blanc Township has its own municipal water system entirely separate from Flint's. Grand Blanc has its own school district, its own tax base, its own police and fire services, and its own economic identity. The median household income is dramatically higher. The neighborhoods look like something you'd find priced at a significant premium in Oakland County, but at a price point that still makes serious financial sense. Here is the opportunity hidden inside that stigma. Because it's in Genesee County, it gets painted with the same broad brush as Flint in the minds of people who haven't done their research. That means buyers who have done their research, who actually drove through the neighborhoods and looked at the data, are getting extraordinary value relative to Oakland County. The gap between what Grand Blanc delivers and what the market charges exists entirely because of a geographic misconception. And that gap is slowly closing. Act now or wish you did later. I want you to walk away with one thing. Grand Blanc is not Flint. They share a county line. That's it. This video exists to correct that geographic misconception. Let me walk you through how Grand Blanc actually lays out, because it's not a monolithic suburb. It's a collection of distinct neighborhoods with different personalities. Starting at the entry level, the $200,000 to $275,000 range, you're looking at established subdivisions built in the 80s and 90s, solid brick construction. What you get here, the square footage and lot size, simply does not exist at this price point in Novi or Rochester Hills anymore. In Grand Blanc, it buys you something genuinely livable. Moving into the $275,000 to $400,000 range, this is the sweet spot. 4-bedroom colonials, updated kitchens, and space to breathe. When I show buyers homes in this range and they look up the Oakland County equivalent, the reaction is almost always the same. They can't believe the difference. At the $400,000 to $600,000 level and above, this is where it gets genuinely impressive. Executive homes, golf course communities, and custom finishes with massive curb presence. Right here, quick pause. If you're seriously considering Grand Blanc or curious what your home is worth, call or text me at 248-207-6229. No pressure, just a real discussion. Now, let's talk schools. If you have school-age children, I want to be direct. You're choosing a school district before a home. So let me give you the real picture on Grand Blanc Community Schools. It's a strong district, consistently. Grand Blanc High School ranks in the upper tier and competes favorably with Oakland County districts in graduation rates and AP offerings. Now, the honest math, the money you keep in your pocket compared to Rochester Hills could fund your child's entire undergraduate education. Run the numbers, it's transformative. Rankings don't capture culture. This is a community that shows up. Friday night football games, band boosters, and an active PTA. The community engagement here is real. Let me tell you what it actually feels like to live here. It's the coffee shop on Tuesday, the birthday dinner, the Saturday afternoon pace. It's more than just a price point. Grand Blanc Road has evolved. You have local spots with real character and a farmer's market that draws everyone out. It feels like a community operating as a community. And the differentiator, proximity to the water. Fenton's chain of lakes is 20 minutes away. You can launch your boat after work and be home before 9. That's lifestyle. But let's be honest, Grand Blanc is a suburb. If you need walkable urban density or a quick Detroit commute, this isn't it. I'd rather you make the right choice than a forced one. So where does this leave you in 2026? If you're a buyer, inventory is active. Those who understand the value proposition and act with conviction are the ones who win. If you're a seller, the news is genuinely good. Demand is steady. If you're nervous about your next move, we can structure post-closing occupancy. It's a solvable problem. If this changed how you see Grand Blanc, let's have a real conversation. Call or text me at 248-207-6229. Grand Blanc is my home, and I take helping you seriously. Subscribe for the real story on Mid-Michigan real estate every week. Drop a comment below with your questions. I read them all personally. I'll see you in the next video.